This founder raised over $80 million in retail capital using DealMaker's technology. Here's the playbook. EnergyX is a clean tech company with patented technologies that are now increasing lithium extraction yields by 300% compared to conventional methods. Backed by huge names like the US Department of Energy, POSCO Holdings, and General Motors, EnergyX's journey began with everyday investors, just like you, investing online with just a few clicks. Today, we're in Austin, Texas, celebrating the opening of their 40,000 square foot headquarters, where we'll meet founder Teague Egan and hear his incredible story. Let's go take a look.
So EnergyX is a lithium extraction technology and refinery company. And we started in 2018 and we revolutionized lithium extraction. And now we're developing our own lithium mines to produce lithium that feeds into the battery material supply chain.
Super cool. So can you tell me a little bit more about like that battery supply chain as the North Star? What is the 100-year goal? Like, what's your vision for like what EnergyX is going to change?
Wow, the 100-year goal. Batteries, I think, are the way of the future. And for EnergyX, we want to be a major player in the battery material and maybe even battery supply chain. Lithium is by far the most underserved material in the battery. So we looked at that and we said, how can we become a major player in the lithium industry? How can we create a more efficient manufacturing method that ultimately equates to producing lower cost lithium? And that's really where we carved out our niche to growing our company.
As a clean tech company, what has your experience been like so far raising capital?
Our experience raising capital has actually been probably easier than most other industries. EnergyX started before lithium became really an important element and material, and before batteries and electric vehicles really became heavily recognized as the next big trend. So first of all, that gave us a big advantage. We're in one of these major technological trends that have made it relatively easy to raise capital as compared to maybe some other industries. And then I think what we've built at EnergyX has really set us apart from some of the competitors that are within our industry that we would be competing for against capital, that we have maybe been more successful at raising capital than others.
What sparked the desire to go to retail?
So for EnergyX, retail capital has played an incredibly important role in our overall fundraising mix and our overall fundraising cap stack. We have really approached it through the lens of a hybrid approach, where over 50% of our overall capital has come from retail investors. Yet, and that's nearly 40,000 retail investors. However, the institutional strategic investors are still an incredibly important part of our business, and raising, almost half of 130 million from General Motors and POSCO, which is a big Korean battery and steel maker, Eni, which is a big Italian oil and gas and global oil and gas company. Obviously, General Motors being, a leader or one of the leaders in electric vehicle transition. Those companies have provided not only invaluable capital, but also invaluable credibility and built-in customers for strategic support. And we've done it like that because retail capital truly decentralizes and democratizes investing. And in the early days, when I was going to these venture capitalists, they would just try to beat me down and say, your company's not worth 50 million, it's worth 30 million. And we want 2 board seats and we want all this control. And that's ultimately not the path that I wanted as an entrepreneur and a founder, to give away those types of controls to venture capitalists in the early days. And that's what really pushed us to retail investors in the early days.
Yeah.
And that proved out to be a godsend of sorts, because it really gave the power back to the entrepreneur. We've obviously built something pretty special here and have really attracted retail investors who believe in our movement, believe in the clean energy transition, believe in electric vehicles and batteries and lithium. and create an appealing product and investment opportunity in something that could become, 100x. Like, the first investors that invested through retail capital have now 10x their money in 4 years. That is noteworthy for one. So we highly value what retail investing and that opportunity has provided for us. And we hope that it's equally reciprocated to the investor, that we are giving them an equally valuable opportunity to be part of EnergyX and hopefully multiply their capital.
That difference between a 30 million valuation and a 60 million valuation, that could like set you back 2 years realistically on your growth trajectory. Would you agree?
It's not only the valuation and these venture capitalists being, they have to be shrewd in their valuation and, but in a retail scenario, we actually get to choose our valuation and then let the market determine if that's a fair valuation to invest in. But it's honestly the decentralization and the democratization and brings some of the power back and saying, hey, I have other options and the market is my other option. And before, companies like DealMaker and retail investment in general, that was not an option for startups. There was one opportunity, and that was to go to venture capitalists. But now in America, where the government has opened up retail investment for private companies through things like Regulation A and Regulation CF, it really gives companies options and a little bit more power to be able to raise capital through different means than they didn't otherwise have before.
Especially in a world where you're not selling a D2C product, right? You're not selling Scrub Daddy. I'm not gonna buy the EnergyX product, right? I'm gonna buy the vision.
Yeah, I mean, they're not buying lithium from us, right?
Right, but we all want a Tesla.
Exactly, everybody wants a Tesla.
It's the vision.
Or a Chevy Silverado EV.
Right, sure.
Shout out GM.
A Jaguar maybe.
Yeah, but they're believing in the vision. They're not customers, direct customers, so to say, but this is part of our investment in our community and our family. And the better that we do, the happier they are to share, which gives us a better chance to continue to raise the capital that we need to commercialize our business.